The window to Europe is quickly narrowing. The EU has completely suspended the agreement with Russia of 2007 on a simplified visa regime. This was preceded by a two-day discussion of EU foreign ministers in Prague, which was also attended by Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, Dmytro Kuleba.
The age of peace in Europe is over, and so is the age of half measures. Half measures is exactly what led to the large-scale invasion. Half measures taken with regard to Russia is exactly what led to the large-scale invasion on the 24th February. We have to be principled, tough, and make strong decisions. If I have to choose between a half measure and no measure, I will prefer a no measure and continue a discussion until a strong solution is found. But I called on ministers to make the right thing, the right choice, and adjust their visa policies for Russian citizens accordingly.
Dmytro Kuleba emphasized that only 3 weeks ago there could be no question of such tough measures.
The suggestion that Schengen will be issued primarily to representatives of vulnerable groups, in particular those Russians who oppose Russia's war against Ukraine, was perceived. Russian passports issued in the recently occupied territories of Ukraine will not be recognized. The EU countries bordering Russia were given the right to apply their own restrictions. This is very important and opens the way to closing the EU land borders to Russians now, without waiting for the big general decisions of the EU. This is actually a very correct step because it cuts off the Russians from Europe, complicates, among other things, subversive activities and intelligence work, because it is no longer so easy to enter the territory of the European Union. And as a matter of fact, this complicated procedure seems to be in place, and it seems that they have not banned visas, but try to get it.
On the eve of his visit to the Czech Republic, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine visited Stockholm, where he met with Swedish Prime Minister Magdalena Andersson and Swedish Minister of Foreign Affairs Ann Linde. The Swedish government announced a new aid package for Ukraine in the amount of $100 million.
The best thing Sweden can do in the field of defense in the coming weeks is to provide Ukraine with its famous self-propelled howitzers, archers, with air defense rockets, RBS-70, with more shells for our artillery systems, because this is, as weird as it may sound, the best way to save human lives, including the lives of civilians, and to save more Ukrainian villages, towns and cities from destruction, is to provide Ukraine with more weapons so that we will be able to repel Russian aggression and Russian army.
Russia has repeatedly intimidated Sweden with the capture of the Gotland Island in the Baltic Sea and with the deployment of nuclear weapons near the borders. But Sweden is strong in its support of Ukraine.
Sweden is one of the countries which are friendly to us, like Eastern Europe plus Scandinavia, which is willing to support Ukraine. We are interested in Sweden because of technology transfer and import. And again, it has a very developed economy and a developed military-industrial complex. I think that there will be areas to develop in the future.
Earlier, the European Union has approved an exceptional package of macro-financial assistance for Ukraine, amounting to €9 billion. This money will be used to overcome the financial consequences of the war in Ukraine and to support the economy. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Olena Mikhailovska, UATV News.